And who would have ever guessed? Who would have ever guessed? The fans. The fans that are such a big problem, that have been asking for the Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston 2-man game. The fans that have been asking for that for a year. Like, we're like, why did they go and do that? Those fans that were the biggest problem. But they decided to do it today. And Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston combined for 66 points. Like, this is a huge game. And this was one of those games where it's like, you know what? Nobody's doing... there are 2 players that I will say entered the Role Player Hall of Fame. Well, Lexi's already been in the Role Player Hall of Fame. Maisha Hines-Allen entered the Role Player Hall of Fame today. She entered the Role Player Hall of Fame. But, like, it could not be more obvious after this game and after the last couple of games. Unless Kelsey Mitchell is willing to go back to 2024 Kelsey Mitchell, which is a 80% of the time off the ball. Like, Caitlin is our on-the-ball player. Aliyah is our secondary on-the-ball player. Like, we will run. We'll run stuff to you, Kelsey, but we're never running through you. You basically, every shot you take, you're not taking more than... basically, you're not allowed to take more than 3 dribbles. There has to be rules put in for Kelsey Mitchell, and unless that happens, the dynasty starts when you're after you, not with you. If anyone in the organization still believes that Kelsey Mitchell is the franchise player, or that Kelsey Mitchell is anything more than the third option to these 2, fire them on the spot. Like, anyone who believes Kelsey Mitchell is not the third option, and she can be a fucking great third option. Like, she can be more efficient than this. She can be better than this. We saw it. We've seen her as the best third option in the league. The problem is first option Kelsey Mitchell hoops. It's just bad basketball. It's just bad basketball. The first time in history that Aliyah Boston the first time in history that teammates have both had 30-point double-doubles. That is the first time in history that it's been done. That 2 players on the same team, and people saying she carried last year. Yeah, well, Caitlin Clark didn't play last year. It's as simple as that. You have to play different basketball when Caitlin Clark's there than when Caitlin Clark's not there. And if you believe that Kelsey Mitchell is the first option, then this is the right time, because you are still selling. We've just seen that Caitlin Clark is the best pick and roll maestro in this league. Like, Olivia Miles isn't doing what Caitlin did today. She's not. She's just not. Olivia Miles is fantastic. Caitlin's better than Olivia Miles. Simple. I'm not saying she's going to have the better career because Olivia Miles got drafted to the best organization in basketball. But, like, Caitlin's better than her. If you believe that Kelsey Mitchell is your first option, then you go trade Caitlin. You just trade her because you could get everything for Caitlin. Because she's shown that everything was talked about Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles this, Olivia Miles that. Olivia Miles is not doing what Caitlin did today. She's just not. Olivia Miles has had one game this season where she has had more assists than Caitlin's average. Like, that's a big thing. But yeah, this is one of these things where Aliyah Boston, when Caitlin is allowed, Aliyah Boston averages 15.7 points. I don't think people understand how much better Aliyah Boston is when Caitlin Clark is running the pick and roll. Because Caitlin's going to draw the mismatches. All you have to do is just seal, and Caitlin's going to find you for a layup. Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark pick and roll has to be the offense. It has to be. Has to be the offense no matter what. No matter what. Like, they're 24 years old. They're the best duo in the league. Everybody knows they're the best duo in the league when they're let be the best duo in the league. Everybody knows that. No more Caitlin Clark is shooting guard bullshit. No, we are running through Caitlin Clark. We may not run to Caitlin. We are running through Caitlin. Fuck it. If Caitlin doesn't get any easy shots, which she didn't, by the way. Caitlin shot the ball badly today. Caitlin didn't get a single easy shot today. Who cares? She had 32. Because she was able to get to the line. She was forcing the issue. And she was making passes. And that's what you want to need. Like, that's what you need. You don't need to find Caitlin. You don't need to find that. You need to find Kelsey Mitchell. And Kelsey Mitchell is absolutely there when shit's not going well. And you need an isolation scorer. That's when you put in Kelsey Mitchell. Like, Kelsey Mitchell is the, prototypical NBA sixth man. She's your Jamal Crawford. She's your Lou Williams. She's your spark plug sixth man. I know she's going to start because that's the way it is in the WNBA. But that's what her role is. She's the spark plug sixth man. I don't really care what anyone says. That is what Kelsey Mitchell is. You have got to run. You have got to run through Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston. It's as simple as that. If you're not running through Caitlin and Aliyah, if you're not running through the two of them, it's a big problem. It is a big, big problem because they are the fucking best duo. And this is the problem. Kelsey Mitchell had some boneheaded plays. She still had 19, 3, and 3. I don't care what Kelsey Mitchell's stat line is. Just like Kelsey Mitchell was completely and utterly dog shit against the Washington Mystics, she still had 15. She lost them the game against the Liberty. She had 21. In her defense, she was fantastic against Atlanta. 25. She was worse than Caitlin Clark. She was worse than Caitlin Clark against Golden State. She was terrible against Portland. She was not very good in some of these big wins. She had games where she's put up a lot of points. She was awful in this Mystics game. She was the main reason they lost. She was -8 when Caitlin Clark was +13. It's -8 in a 2-point loss. Kelsey Mitchell was off the floor. She was -2 in an 8-point win today. Kelsey Mitchell has been one of the least impactful players in the WNBA this year. Outside of the Atlanta game, because people watch that game, I don't think people realize Kelsey Mitchell has been so non-impactful. You have to run through Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston. You actually just have to. If you don't, you are essentially just admitting, okay, we care more about who was the fucking tank commander. We care more about our tank commander than we do about our young superstars. Because that's all Kelsey Mitchell, as good as Kelsey Mitchell is, she was the Fever's tank commander for 6 years.